Welcome to the Strategic Public Relations Master's Program at George Washington University. Today, we're here to talk about the Global Public Relations Graduate Certificate Program. The details about the program are listed right here. Our host, who will share his insight on the program with his guest, Marie Lurch, is the wonderful Professor Larry Parnell, Program Director of the Masters in Strategic Public Relations at GWU. Larry's guest is Marie Lurch, Adjunct Professor at the George Washington University's College of Professional Studies. Lurch teaches a graduate course on global public relations. A bit about Marie's extraordinary background. As president of Executive Scribe, Lurch creates speeches, executive communications, and financial communications for global business leaders to help them deliver and hear important messages, connect with their stakeholders, and achieve results. Before starting Executive Scribe, Lurch was vice president of marketing communications for 30 plus years at Booz Allen Hamilton, the Fortune 500 global consulting firm. Larry and Marie, thank you both.
So thanks very much for that introduction. And Marie, thanks for taking the time to chat today. We're here to talk about one of our favorite topics, which is global public relations and our program here at GW. Let's jump right into a discussion about some recent research that Pew Research put out about trends in global media, specifically, not surprisingly, talking about how in the current environment, information is almost instantaneous and available anywhere in the world, and that has democratized access to information and had a major impact on society. What are your thoughts about this research and specifically the challenges and opportunities it represents for PR and public affairs professionals?
Well, it's a very interesting study. And as with most things, there's pluses and minuses. In global PR, mobile communications and digital communications and social media has been a wonderful level, or like you said in the study, democratization.
Right.
It's also been wonderful for the developing world. In many countries, there never really was a good wired infrastructure or traditional media. A lot of people actually aren't literate. And so digital media, mobile has been wonderful for communicating with the developing world, as well as big cities and everywhere else. It's been terrific for nonprofits who didn't have the big purses of corporations, so they can more easily spread their messages. So a lot of wonderful, great things from the democratization. If we look right now, for example, at the pandemic, social media has been terrific for getting out health information. The downside for the pandemic and many things about social and digital media is it's also been wonderful for spreading misinformation.
Right.
Which we've certainly seen with health communications. And then the flip side, as you were talking about from the Pew study, is the negative impact on a lot of traditional media.
Right.
Especially can be seen in cities in the United States where local media has been a problem. I think some of the major world media are continuing to do very well. And interestingly, the key stories on social media worldwide really tend to be started by the reporters and the distribution of traditional media. So traditional media is not dead, it's changing. And, as that study pointed out, really.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Now, in our program, we cover a lot of these details. I want to encourage the people watching this tape to take a look at the website and learn more about the program. It is, just to point out, the classes do not start till late September. So there's still time. And the program does include, as the initial slide indicated, a residency class that can take place in one of the major capitals around the world in Europe, Middle East, Africa, and Latin America. In the interest of time, I'm going to have to call it there, Marie, and thank you very much for your time and hope people are intrigued and want to learn more about our program. Thanks so much.